Hello students, this is the continuation of my previous video in which I have discussed about the credit control and its types by RBI. I will be discussing the topic in detail as per two types, quantitative measures and qualitative. This video will be limited only to quantitative measures. So children, let us revise a little about the credit control. We have already discussed credit creation is a function of commercial banks. It means they provide loan to the public. On the other hand, Reserve Bank of India controls its flow. It means how much loan should be given by the banks. That is the function of that. To see that is function of RBI. Now again we will revise inflation and deflation and how do these measures work during inflation and deflation. Need for controlling inflation and deflation is fulfilled by quantitative and qualitative measures. So inflation means prices are rising and deflation means prices are falling. And we have already discussed aggregate demand is more means prices will rise, and if aggregate demand is less means prices will fall. So what are the solutions? When demand is more, prices will rise. It means aggregate demand should be reduced, decreased, and vice versa for deflation. So how does this credit control affect aggregate demand? This is the discussion and we will discuss each measure one by one. So let us start with quantitative measures of credit control. Now quantitative measures means the quantity of credit flow by RBI is being controlled. Here only quantity is being checked. Now not the quality of the credit. Quality means what type of credit is that. So total loans created by the banks have to be controlled by RBI under these measures. They are bank rate or repo rate, second cash reserve ratio or CRR, third is statutory liquidity ratio SLR, and final open market operation. Now children, I will discuss them one by one. What does bank rate or repo rate means? Bank rate or repo rate is the rate at which RBI provides loan to the banks. Just as we borrow from banks, banks borrow from RBI. So when they borrow for long term, they have to pay a bank rate, and when they borrow for short term, they have to pay the repo rate. This is simply the name of two types of rates. It is of same kind, just as we pay interest when we borrow. So when bank rate or repo rate is increased, bank rate is high means lending is expensive. In that case, banks will borrow less from the RBI and their credit creation capacity also will decrease. It means when they borrow less, they have less money and they will give lesser amount of loan to the public. So when bank rate is increased, credit creation will decrease, and when credit creation decreases, people will spend less. People borrow for buying cars, building houses or traveling and other functions. So when people will borrow less, banks will give less credit, aggregate demand will decrease. It means inflation will be cured or controlled if bank rate is increased, and vice versa for deflation. It means if bank rate is reduced, banks will borrow more from RBI and they will give higher loans or more loans to the public, and credit will be more and aggregate demand will increase. So there will be control on deflation. So this is the bank rate. How does it work? Next is cash reserve ratio or CRR. Cash reserve ratio is the percentage of all the bank's assets. The banks have cash amount of public deposits, that is their asset, and from that cash asset they have to deposit a certain percentage with the RBI, and that percentage is known as cash reserve ratio. Let us take for example, if CRR is 4%, each bank will have to deposit 4% of its cash asset to the RBI as a reserve, as a security. So if cash reserve is increased, cash reserve ratio is increased, banks will have less money for lending and credit creation will decrease. So CRR will be increased during inflation and decreased during deflation. I repeat, CRR will be increased during inflation, so that lending decreases or credit decreases, and vice versa during deflation. Now let us move to the next thing, statutory liquidity ratio. It is another percentage which banks will have to keep. Now this percentage was kept with the RBI as a security, but here each bank will keep certain cash amount with themselves, leaving that amount or that percentage, rest will be used for giving loan. So if CRR is suppose 3%, it means banks will have to keep 3% of their total asset always as a reserve in liquid form, cash form, for fulfilling the demand of cash from the customers. So when SLR is high, it means banks will have to keep more reserves with themselves, and their lending capacity or their credit creation capacity will decrease, and vice versa. So during inflation, SLR is raised by RBI, and during deflation, SLR is decreased, so that inflation and deflation are controlled. Now let us move to the last topic, that is open market operation. Under this function, Reserve Bank of India buys and sells the securities of government, and these securities are purchased by investors including the commercial banks. So when RBI sells securities, it means banks will invest money in these securities. These securities are like investment. So when RBI sells securities, lending capacity will decrease, because banks have used their money, cash money, for buying securities for making profit. On the other hand, when RBI will buy these securities, then banks will get the money back, because RBI has given back their cash by buying the securities from the banks. So their lending capacity will increase. What does it mean? When RBI sees there is inflation in the economy, it will start selling the securities, and so lending capacity will fall. People will have less money for borrowing from the banks, and aggregate demand will decrease, and vice versa during deflation. So children, here we end our video, and I will continue the next topic, qualitative measures, in my next video. Thank you. Study well.